Hey everybody, it's Marsh Monkey here. This is my Legends of Tomorrow episode 7 we've been running, I believe. Quick update, there's so much going on, but Mike, who I talked to last night on YouTube, I really liked your comments, and I really want to make a video with you or about you or whatever we can try to do. Like, I was thinking we could maybe even do a crossover. Maybe we could like email videos. Well, maybe not. I don't know. It's kind of hard to do. Like, what if YouTube had this like thing where you could just always cross over with someone through broadcast or whatever? But well, maybe a live stream, and I could like we could tweet or something or comment or something like that. I don't know. It's possible, but we're gonna maybe But I guess we'll just do 2 separate videos. We can do 2 separate videos and then kind of do our own thing and crossover like that. Maybe, I don't know. We're gonna have to wait and see. But about Descendants 2, you commented last night. If you guys didn't know, he commented about the characters he wanted to see. I kind of, threw in a comment, and he kind of threw in a comment. I will get to that video. It's just that there's so many videos I'm behind on. I got to do the Ghostbusters trailer breakdown, Daredevil Season 2 trailer. I got to do Star Wars Rebels, this video. Then I have to do a Gotham teaser breakdown. So there's just so much. But maybe Sunday, so that's tomorrow. So maybe tomorrow I'll be able to do that. But I just wanted to throw that out there. But anyway, let's get back to the Legends of Tomorrow stuff. Also, another quick update, if you didn't see, I just did a Zootopia movie review. You guys can go check that out as well. It was a really good movie, a really smart movie too, so go check out my review for that. But anyway, State of the End, you guys can see a sneak peek of Zootopia at the end of that video. But anyway, it was really cool to see this episode. It wasn't my favorite, by far was not my favorite of the season. I don't know what didn't work for me. I think it was the Rip Hunter, stuff in this episode, aka Rip Hunter flashbacks of his relationship with his wife. That was just the problem for me. I didn't like it. But I would give it a shot. Like, if they do future Rip Hunter flashbacks, I'll still, try to show my interest in that. But it just did not work for me in this episode. So let's talk about it. So basically, Rip Hunter has been kind of just like in this tough spot about, all this stuff going on with his wife and child, trying to avenge them and going after Male Savage. And he basically watches that recording in the beginning on loop. It's craziness. So basically what happens is that they get this distress signal from this other captain, they end up going out of that time ship. It's actually time pirates. If you guys didn't know, there was this character, I can't remember the character's name, back in like the 40s or 50s. I don't remember when Justice League was made. It was about like 50s, right? Or maybe 40s. I'm not really sure. But it was the original Justice League. And I remember that they were in this like time pirate thing where there was this time pirate character, and there was this whole comic book about them in space. I can't remember. I just can't remember the name of it. But it was really cool to see that kind of translate into this, because that was a time pirate. These are time pirates. So it's kind of like a Justice League reference or an Easter egg, I guess you could say. Also, when Martin Stein is talking about the Space Ranger stuff, there was actually that Space Ranger character that he mentioned was actually a real character in comics, which I thought was really cool to see that they did that too. But so those were just a couple of Easter eggs. But yeah, time pirates were a big thing in this episode. They took over the ship. They wanted the Wave Rider, which is really cool. We got a lot of Gideon too for the Wave Rider, which is really cool. But Stein and Heatwave and Jax, right? Jax was there too. So Stein, Heatwave, and Jax went along with Rip Hunter to this other time ship, while Sarah, Captain Cold, and Ray Palmer and Hawkgirl stayed. One thing I didn't like about this episode is that there was just so much going on between the flashbacks and everything going on with 2 separate things. So you have the characters that are on the other time ship and the ones on the Wave Rider. It was just so much. And I really think that I'm really not liking Hawkgirl right now. I think that she was so great starting when she started out, but she hasn't even been in her costume for so long. And she hasn't even been fighting for so long. She hasn't had her wings for so long. Maybe that's CGI reasons, but it's like she's not a very useful character right now. I think that she needs... And I was actually proud of the character, and I really liked that she said no to Ray Palmer as her, as her boyfriend, and them dating and kind of being on the time ship as a relationship, because that gave her more time to focus on Hawkgirl stuff, and I really wanted that. And then they were just like, oh, now we're together, and I'm like, girl, pick one. You got Cisco, you got Connor, or you got Cisco, you got Hawkman, I guess you could say. I can't remember his real name. I think it was Connor, right? No. Carter. So you got Cisco, you got Carter, now you got Ray. Pick one of them already. It's like, come on. Like, I mean, know that Carter's dead, right? But he's gonna come back. 1, because it's a time travel show, and 2, because he reincarnates every time. But I guess that would be set in the future, like not 2016, he reincarnate later on. But it's a time travel show, so he's gonna be back at some point, right? Like, if they get reincarnated every few years or whatever, if they get reincarnated, then they're gonna show up in one of these time periods that they're gonna go to. So obviously Carter's not gone, he's just dead right now. So, but he's gonna be back because it's time travel. So she really needs to pick one. Like, I like what they're doing with this pairing because the Atom and Hawkgirl are pretty cool together. Like, I really like that combination, but at the same time, like, no, stay away from it because I really don't want it. But two people that I did ship was definitely Captain Cold and Sarah in this episode. It was so good. I love them together. One, because they're just two people that have similarities. Captain Cold has been this kind of like this criminal and dealing with his criminal side, but turning over to the good side. Sarah's this assassin who's also trying to save the world and trying to be this newer person, and they're both kind of newer people. And it's kind of like, bringing them together is so much fun, and their chemistry is amazing. Like, can you imagine White Canary, Captain Cold baby? What would that look like? What would that be? I have no idea. Like, I think, like, that would be an assassin baby with, like, the Captain Cold's winter coat that he wears. Like, right? Like, that would be so weird. But I like how they're pairing them up. I really want more of them. At some points, I ship Rip and Sarah, but at other points, which is, especially this episode, I ship, Captain Cold and Sarah. Leonard and Sarah. Really like them together. It's really cool. But anyway, they kind of go into this big story about Heatwave and Captain Cold, because obviously Heatwave's still, like, upset about Captain Cold taking him away from the Disneyland for felons, which I really love that joke about this episode. But they take, you know, they're kind of still fighting a little bit, and Leonard, Captain Cold, tells us the story of how they met, like how Captain Cold and Heatwave met originally in Juvie. So it was a story about, you know, how Captain Cold was there in Juvie, people were picking on him, Heatwave came to the rescue, they became friends, then they became partners. So I really like what they did with that, but it gets so heavy in this episode with their relationship. But anyway, let's get back to what we're talking about with Rip Hunter here. So the flashbacks were really just tiring me. Like, I really did not like them. That was the only thing in this episode that just didn't work. And I feel like they haven't, the reason why it didn't work for me, and a lot of people also, because I've heard that a lot of people didn't like it either, is because they didn't build up the chemistry. And that just shows you how far character development can go. Because they didn't build up the chemistry before with these actors before they kind of hit the flashbacks. So they kind of did a little, but it's like not enough. You know what I mean? Like, it's kind of just was this weird thing with the characters. So that just shows you that character development can go a long way. But I really like what they did with Rip Hunter in present day, you know, telling, you know, with Captain Baxter, and, you know, kind of doing that story, and him just, like, totally, like, crazy this episode. Like, he's totally stressed out, the pressure is getting to him, you know, about saving his family, and I really like how it shows, really. It's really nice. But I think I pretty much covered almost everything. Of course, the Atom had to fix the ship, you know, Ray had to fix the ship, led to the Hawkgirl Atom relationship. Sarah and Leonard in the engine rooms, trapped in there a little bit. That was really cool. The Time Pirates, I think I got pretty much everything, right? Until we get to the big cliffhanger. So let's get to the big cliffhanger. So Heatwave, and I just love this scene when Heatwave comes in with the other pirates and he says, "Ship's all yours, boys." Like, that was so great. Like, how Dominic Purcell played that. How he, like, what's the word? Kind of like portrayed that scene, and no. Well, how he just presented it. I'm going to say that. I know there's a word for it, but I can't think of it off the top of my head. But how he presented that scene and how he just did that, or I guess performed that scene, however you want to say it, was really nice. It was really well done. And the camera angles and, like, the other team members standing there. And then later on, they take down Heatwave and say, you know, Captain Cold's like, "I'll handle it." And they're going out there, bum, 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 R.I.P. Heatwave. Is he dead? I'm going to go out on a limb here and say he's not dead. I think maybe Captain Cold froze him up to his, like, head and just left him in that time period that they were at. That's possible. Or he is dead. I don't know. It's possible, because this is a time travel show, and Dominic Purcell is listed for all of the episodes, all 16. So, maybe Heatwave is dead, but he comes back in another time. Like, maybe they go back to 2016 for, like, because remember, they're going to cross over with The Flash, because it was in the trailer. So, maybe they go back to 2016 and see Heatwave there and get him there, and they become friends again. It's possible. I don't know. It's possible. I have no idea if it's going to happen or not. It's always a theory. But what do you guys think? But I think I pretty much covered almost everything. Like I said, was not my favorite episode. By far was not my favorite episode of the season, but it was still a good one. So comment down below what you guys think of it. Links up there to my other Legends of Tomorrow videos. Links on there to my Twitter, Instagram, Vine, vlog channel, and Sims channel. Don't forget to follow and subscribe those. Other than that, like if you favorite this video. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.